Good evening, fellow Toastmaster and the guest. Welcome to the online meeting of Speakers Community Toastmaster Club. I'm pleased to be your sergeant at arms for today's meeting. In the online meeting environment, there are few instructions that we follow. I request you to rename yourself. All Toastmaster can prefix TM to your name and guest can prefix guest. I request all the speakers and the role holder to prefix their role to their name so that it's easy to identify them. I give you 10 seconds for this activity. All speakers are requested to do a quick audio and video check before they start their speech. I would request you not to type in the chat box when a speaker is speaking, as it disturbs the speaker. You can use the private chat box for this. You are requested to keep your audio on mute in case you are not speaking. Please refrain from unnecessary movement or sipping on drinks. If your video is on, please turn off the video in case you need to do so. Do not click on the share screen unless your speech or role requires you to do so. You can display a hi-fi or namaste when taking over or leaving from a role. You can connect with the tech master for any technical glitch. The tech master for today's meeting is me, Dheeraj. If you are a speaker, then please ensure you pin the timer or confirm that the same is visible at all times. This meeting is being recorded. In case you have any reservation, please let us know. You can network with us after the meeting. With this, let me share the mission of the club. In this club, we provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which the members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in a greater self-confidence and personal growth. With this, I would like to introduce the presiding officer of this meeting. Mr. Ankit Das Gupta, Toastmaster Ankit Das Gupta is a fitness and finance enthusiast, an experienced consultant, and a certified public speaker. His vibrancy drew the attention of the International Toastmaster, and he is featured in the recent issue of the Toastmaster International magazine. With this, I would like to welcome Presiding Officer Toastmaster Ankit Das Gupta to take you through the further proceedings. Over to you, Toastmaster Ankit.
Thank you so much, Zoom Master, Toastmaster Dheeraj. Let us give a round of applause for Toastmaster Dheeraj for taking up the role for the first time.
Thank you, thank you.
And I would also request, if possible, everyone to please turn on their cameras. We'd love to see everyone on Sunday evening. Thank you for joining in. So today, we start with the 16th meeting of Speakers Community Toastmasters Club. This is the gavel. And with this gavel, I put it down and we start the 16th meeting. Today, I would like to talk about leadership in Toastmasters. We all know about communication. We have been taking communication track. We have been following the pathways. But what is the leadership aspect of Toastmasters? How does leadership work in Toastmasters? As some of you might know, the tagline of Toastmasters is Toastmasters where leaders are made. And why is that so? Because not only with communication, Toastmasters also teaches us a very important aspect of life. That is servant leadership. Servant leadership is a category of leadership in which you are serving others, and by that you're gaining leadership. How Toastmaster teaches that? We recently had our executive committee elections in which the new executive committee have got elected, and they all are servant leaders because at the end we are not getting paid for it. We are doing it on a voluntary basis and we are serving the members. So that is a servant leadership. There are other leadership opportunities also that Toastmasters gives you beyond the club. And for that, I'll just give you a quick snapshot of it. So this is the district leader handbook that we have in Toastmasters. So this is the sheet that I'm talking about. Just let me know if it's visible by a thumbs up. Okay, great. So if you see, this is how the Toastmasters leadership works. If you can see, there are so many leadership roles that you can take up in Toastmasters. So first, at top of the hierarchy that we have is the members of Toastmasters. And to serve the members, we have something called the Club Executive Committee, like the President, Vice President Education, Vice President Membership, Public Relations, Secretary, Treasurer, Sergeant at Arms, and immediate past President. So these are the Club Executive Committee members who help in regular functioning of the club and the club meeting. So the meetings that we're having today, it has been finalized by the executive committee because they have been working behind the scenes. After the club comes the area. So maybe 4 or 5 clubs together make an area. And for an area, you have an area council. The area council is headed by the area director. So there's an area director who's appointed by the district, and the area director looks after all these clubs. So you have the area director, then in the area director's team, you can have the assistant area director, quality, assistant area director, club growth, secretary, and also the top 3 officers of the club. That is the club president, vice president education, and vice president public relations are part of the area council. Then beyond the areas you have, I'll not go in depth about the other roles, but I'll just give you a snapshot. So beyond the area, you have the division. That is 4 or 5 areas together form a division. And there is a division council, and it's headed by the division director. So just giving you an example. So I am currently the division director for division M. And the division M consists of Navi Mumbai and Mumbai. So these, all the clubs in Navi Mumbai come under division M. So I am handling or managing, trying to serve the members of these clubs of this division. So that is the division director's role. So under the division council, there are division directors, area director, and other people that can come in. Divisions together make a district. So this is not a geographical district. This is actually India. So division, as I told you, is not a geographical division, but it's Mumbai. So 7 or 8 divisions in district 98, we have 15 divisions. So 15 divisions together form a district. We come under district 98, which consists of around 8 states. So the district is handled by the district trio that we call. That is the district executive committee, which consists of the district director, program quality director who looks after the program quality, club growth director who looks after growing clubs, administration manager, finance manager, public relations manager, division directors, area directors. So these are all part of district. And beyond the district, you have region, wherein there's a region advisor who comes in. There's a board of directors, and at the end, you have the world headquarters. So if you see, this is the gambit or the plethora of opportunities that Toastmasters offers you in the leadership domain. If the more leadership roles you take up, you can move on and take up other higher leadership roles. So I had started with the club executive committee role when I started in Toastmasters. Then I became an area director, and now I'm a division director. So that's how you progress. So this was something that I thought that I'll give you a snapshot of what leadership roles Toastmaster offers. And what I've learned out of these leadership roles is that I am become more persistent. I have become more persuasive. I've become more motivational, because now I know how to motivate people at the end to do something. In a normal corporate job, we are getting paid, so we have to do it because at the end we are accountable to it, or we are getting paid, so we have to do it. But over here, you're not getting paid for it. And how to get the work done without making, like, people are not getting paid, but still you have to get the work done. How do you do that? By using the techniques of motivation, persuasion. All this you learn as a servant leader. So my request to all the members is, do take up roles, even our club roles that we take up, the R counter grammarian that the T-Mod will be talking about. Even those roles, even the T-Mod role, all these are leadership roles. Do take up as much as you can. And with this, I would now like to talk about the second thing in our agenda, that is welcoming our newest member. So we have Toastmaster Harsh, who has joined us as the newest member of our club. And as we follow the tradition in our club, when a new member joins, we have the new member induction. I will request Toastmaster Harsh. If Zoom Master, can you please spotlight Toastmaster Harsh? Toastmaster Harsh, I will read out the club Toastmasters promise. What I would request you to do is just raise your hand or put your hand on your heart. And after I finish my promise, you just say, I will. Okay? All the members can also do it, as it's a Toastmaster promise, and we do it as members of Toastmasters. So put your hand on your heart, Harsh. As a member of Toastmaster International and Speakers Community Toastmasters Club, I promise to attend club meetings regularly, to prepare all my projects to the best of my ability, basing them on the Toastmasters education program, to prepare and fulfill meeting assignments, to provide fellow members with helpful, constructive evaluations, to help the club maintain the positive, friendly environment necessary for all members to learn and grow, to serve my club as an officer when called upon to do so, to treat my fellow club members and our guests with respect and courtesy, to bring guests to the club meetings so that they can see the benefit Toastmasters membership offers, to adhere to the guidelines and rules for all Toastmasters education and recognition programs, to act within Toastmasters' core values of integrity, respect, service, and excellence during the conduct of all Toastmasters activities. Toastmaster Harsh, will you be adhering to the promise of Toastmasters?
I will.
Thank you. And with this, as the president of the club, I induct you to Speakers Community Toastmasters Club. I would request all the members to give a round of applause for our newest member, Toastmaster Harsh. I would request the Zoom master to please share the certificate of for Toastmaster Harsh as the new member. Welcome, Toastmaster Harsh.
Thank you.
And
Thank you,
if you can
everyone.
just make it full screen.
Just a minute.
It's at the end lower corner below. Okay, no issues. You can just take a screenshot of this.
Just a minute.
Or press F5, even that's a shortcut.
Taken.
Great. Thank you, Toastmaster Harsh, and welcome to the club. Moving ahead, we have a few guests in our club, and I would request them if they can turn on the video, or if not possible, you can put it on chat. So we have Toastmaster, we have guest Akanksha. She's already written it on the group. Welcome, Akanksha. Hope you have a good session and we can talk post the session. Thank you. We have any other guests in the meeting today? Let me just check. We
Hi,
have Toastmaster Abhinav Bhatnagar, who is from another club. Toastmaster Abhinav.
Hi, Ankit.
Would request you to, if you can just introduce
May I-
yourself and from which club you're joining us today.
Hi, thank you so much for giving me an opportunity to pay my gratitude. So I'm an existing Toastmaster from Readers and Debaters Toastmasters Club, and I saw the theme of the day and I got excited, and that's why I'm attending. All the best to all the role players and all the speakers. Over to you.
Thank you, Abhinav. Thanks for joining in. Happy to have you. I would request guest Kalpesh to please introduce yourself and tell us how did you come to know about Toastmasters.
Hi, good evening, fellow Toastmaster and dear guests. I was a member of Ahmedabad Toastmaster Club, but due to some other commitment, I took break for a while. I am IT professional and working as a program manager in Controllers Data Center. I get to know about club through social media, especially on Facebook. And thank you for having me. Looking forward to learn new things. Thank you.
Thank you. Welcome to our club, Kalpesh.
Thanks.
Hope you have a good session. Thank you. We also have Toastmaster Tejal who's joined in. So thanks, Toastmaster Tejal, for joining in. Hope you have a good session. With this, let me now move ahead and call our Toastmaster of the day. Our Toastmaster of the day is our very own Vice President membership of the club, Toastmaster Parvati. And I would not divulge on the topic that she has because she'll be talking about it herself. So you can see the smile on her face. And I think the topic is related to that. So over to you, Toastmaster Parvati.
Thank you, Ankit. I hope I am visible and audible.
Yes.
Yeah. So good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. Laughter is the best medicine. It's true. Laughter is a strong medicine. It draws people together in ways that trigger healthy physical and emotional changes in the body. It strengthens your immunity, boosts mood, diminishes the pain, and protects you from damaging effects of stress. So today, I hope to bring some laughter or at least smiles on your face and help you forget your worries and stress. But before that, let me welcome you all to Speakers Community Toastmasters Club. For the benefit of guests, I would like to explain the structure of the meeting. Usually, the meeting is divided into 3 rounds. The first is the prepared speech round, where the members will be delivering speeches based on the projects and the parts that they choose. The second part is a session called Table Topics Round, where members can practice thinking and speaking on their feet. The third and the final part is the evaluation round, in which all the prepared speeches, as well as other aspects of the session, will be evaluated by the general evaluator. And for doing all this, we have our role players for today: the timer, our counter, and the grammarian. So now I call upon the role players to introduce their roles and responsibilities. Let me call the timer for the day, Toastmaster Sandeep. Zoom Master, can you please spotlight Toastmaster Sandeep?
Yeah, I am
Over to
audible.
you. Yeah, you're audible and visible.
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster Parvati. So, hello, Toastmaster, fellow Toastmaster and guest. As a timer, I will time the table topic, speaker, formal speeches, and the evolutions. I will be alert each speaker of the time they have left using the green, yellow, and red card, which denote specific time remaining. The table topic speaker should limit their remark to no more than 2 minutes. At a 1 minute, I will raise the green card. At 1 minute 30 seconds, I will raise the yellow card. And at 2 minutes, I will raise a red card. Those giving speeches should limit their remark to their specific speech times. Icebreaker speeches should be 4 to 6 minutes in length. At 4 minutes, I will raise the green card. At 5 minutes, I will raise the yellow card. And at 6 minutes, I will raise the red card. Most other speeches should be 5 to 7 minutes in the length. At 5 minutes, I will raise the green card. At 6 minutes, I will raise the yellow card. And at 7 minutes, I will raise the red card. The individual evaluator should be between 2 to 3 minutes. At a 2 minute, I will raise the green card. At 2 minutes 30 seconds, I will raise the yellow card. And at a 3 minutes, I will raise the red card. Thank you, Toastmaster. Over to you, Toastmaster Parvati.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sandeep. Next, I call upon the R counter for the day, Toastmaster Nikita. Zoom Master, can you please spotlight Nikita?
Hi, I am the R counter for the day. Am I visible and audible?
Yes, you are.
Good evening, Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters and guests. I am the R counter of the day. As the R counter, I will note words and sounds that are used as crutch or fillers by the speakers. During the meeting, I will listen to crutch words such as and, well, but, so, you know. I will also listen for filler sounds such as I will note when a speaker repeats a phrase such as I, or this means, and for long and short pauses. I will give my report when called by the general evaluator. Thank you, and over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Nikita. Now is our grammarian for the day, Toastmaster Amay. Zoom Master, can you please spotlight him?
Welcome, Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters and guests. I am your grammarian for the day. As a grammarian, it is my responsibility to pay close attention to all the speakers, listening carefully to their language usage. I'll take note of any incorrect usage of grammar, as well as any good usage of words, quotes, saying, or thoughts. As a grammarian, let me introduce the word of the day today. The word of the day is legacy. That is simply something which is being transferred from old people to the new people. Okay, it may be a legacy of knowledge, a legacy of wisdom, or a legacy of responsibility, and even legacy of money also. So this is what legacy means, and I am hoping that all the speakers as well as evaluators will make usage of this word. The phrase of the day today is "no stones unturned." That means it is the every possible attempt to make something which is impossible, to make something possible. So that attempt is generally called as no stone unturned. Also, I will give my report when called upon by general evaluator. So thank you, and over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Amay. So when I chose this theme and was thinking about the stories or anecdotes which I have to, tell, all I could think was my own stories and incidents and experiences which had happened all through my life. So I think it's time for all of you to meet my family today. So when I start, I have to start from the person from whom we all have got the legacy from, my grandmother. She was the kindest and the most helpful person ever, which also meant it was difficult to make her take rest or to tell her not to overexert. So when she was detected with cancer at her later stage of life, it was very difficult for all of us. My grandparents had shifted in with my uncle and aunt. They used to go to office in the morning, and my grandmom always wanted to help them. So her way of helping was to go upstairs onto the terrace, take down all the clothes that was put for drying, all the dry clothes, and fold it. Now, my uncle was worried, especially since it was a rainy season and the terrace was all slippery and the stairs were steep with no handle. So he instructed her not to take down the clothes. Next day, as usual, my mom and my grandmom was on call in the afternoon. And then my grandmom tells her, I used to go to the upstairs and take dry clothes. Now your brother has told me not to do so. So I just go upstairs, check if the clothes are dry, and I just come down without taking them. My mom didn't know whether to laugh or cry. And needless to say, my uncle gave in and she continued to take down the dry clothes till how much ever she could manage. So with that, let's go and listen to our speakers today. First, we have Toastmaster Sai Kumar giving his level 1 project 2 speech. Before that, let me call upon his evaluator, Toastmaster Sachin, to read out the objective of the speech. Zoom Master, can you please spotlight Sachin?
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. Am I visible and audible?
Yes, you are.
Okay. So Toastmaster Sai Kumar is giving his level 1 project to speech. Okay. The purpose of the project is for the member to present a speech on any topic, receive feedback, and apply the feedback to the second speech. Okay. So over to you, Toastmaster of the day. All the best, Toastmaster Sai Kumar.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sachin. Speaker 1, Toastmaster Sai Kumar. Be the change. Toastmaster Sai Kumar, be the change.
It is said education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. Good evening, Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters, and dear guests. It was the year April 2008, morning 9 a.m. when I reached my office. First thing I read after starting my PC really made my day. The news was so fascinating that for some time I was over the moon. My eyes could not believe that I got the most beautiful opportunity to work for a social cause. I got the opportunity to work as a volunteer for a new school which was adopted by TCS. It was really a dream come true for me. Right from my childhood days, I was very social and liked to help others. I wanted to do something for the downtrodden society by providing education to them. I was selected as a volunteer for one such school, Shri Gauri Dutt Mittal Vidyalay, Sayan, Mumbai. The students of this school reside in slum area called Dharavi, Mumbai. The parents of the parents don't have permanent job and they used to work as a labor on contract basis. They can't provide education to their children because of low income. TCS Maitri, a volunteer-driven initiative by TCS, met school principal, and with all the permission intact, we decided to teach science school students during weekend. Meeting students and interacting with them was really a very special experience for me. I used to wait so eagerly for the weekend to come. I used to teach conversational English and students were very happy to learn from me. One day during class interval break, there was lot of noise in the classroom and I saw a young boy was doing homework. I went towards him and asked, "What is your name?" He replied, "My name is Sunil, sir, and I study in class 7th standard." Sunil was from a middle class family and he used to sell newspapers to support his family. I was speechless, filled with emotion to see a young boy at the age of 11, 12 wakes up early morning 5 a.m., do his part-time job, and then attend school. Sunil was a very brilliant and obedient student. He was very good in academics. He wanted to become doctor and he was pursuing his passion with lot of zeal and interest. I used to meet Sunil every Saturday and we used to discuss lot about his study progress. After 4 years, in the year 2012-13, Sunil achieved his first milestone in his life. He stood first in 10th standard exam from Gauri Dutt Mittal Vidyalay, and that day I realized the change which I decided to bring is slowly coming true. Sunil took admission in Ruparel College in science stream, and even in 12th standard, he was the topper. He cleared his medical entrance test, and today Sunil is pursuing his final year MBBS from ESIC College, Hyderabad. He is just one step away to achieve his dream. Education is the most reliable source for all of us. As it is said, one teacher, one student, one pen, one book can change the world. And one such reliable source is the missile man of India, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, who worked for the downtrodden, rural and urban area students. He, along with other NGOs, equalized the gap of education system in India. He played a very vital role in education. Dear friends, I had a small weapon which had jumble of alphabet, And it was the Sunil who polished that weapon, structured and designed the alphabet beautifully. And today he brought a change, a inevitable change in his journey. With all the possibilities and hard work, he left no stone unturned. So, my dear friends, education, I feel, is like a relay baton. Today, you have to hold with you, and tomorrow, you have to pass on to others. It's a legacy which will continue to inspire others. I had decided to bring one change, and I saw Sunil in it. Do you have any such Sunil in your area? And do you want to take the first step, be the change, and bring a change in someone's life? Do you? Toastmaster of the day. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sai Kumar. That was a very nice speech. Thank you. Our second speech for today is by Toastmaster Tejaswini. She's giving her level 1 project 2 speech. Before I call upon the second speaker, I request the evaluator, Toastmaster Ankit, to read out the objective of the speech.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. Toastmaster Tejaswini is attempting level 1 project 2, second speech, that is of the evaluation and feedback project. The purpose of the speech is for the member to present a speech on any topic, receive feedback, and apply the feedback on a second speech. The purpose of this speech is for the member to demonstrate that he or she has applied the feedback received from his or her first speech. Timer, please note the time is 5 to 7 minutes, and I wish Toastmaster Tejaswini all the best. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ankit. Timer, please share your timer card. Speaker 2, Toastmaster Tejaswini. Topic, adulting. Toastmaster Tejaswini, adulting.
Hi, am I audible and visible?
Yes, you are.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day, Parvati, fellow Toastmasters and guests. A few days ago, I was taking a stroll on my rooftop as I can't go to the park because of the pandemic. I saw a few boys playing gully cricket on the street, having the time of their lives. Suddenly, the batsman hit the ball so high, it lands on the roof directly in front of me. I was just getting prepared to throw the ball back to them when I heard the most profane word ever coming out of their mouths. Auntie, the most dreaded word for people of my age group. I stood there in shock, trying to understand what just happened. Auntie, they yelled again, trying to get my attention, as if calling me auntie once wasn't enough. Give us the ball back, the presumably oldest of them yelled out to me. I looked over at them. Cute 10-year-old kids on their summer break, wanting to have fun. I guess I am old enough for them to call me auntie. Well, what could I do after this? I glanced at their adorable faces and sighed. Nahi milegi, you're never going to get it back. I yelled back at them and ran down to my room before they could hurl that hurtful word again at me. Then I took a big tub of ice cream from the fridge and turned on my laptop to watch that episode of Friends where Rachel turns 30 and has a meltdown over getting older. I took solace in the fact that I was not the only one who was so worried over adulting. Urban Dictionary defines adulting as the term that 20-somethings use who are proud of themselves for paying one bill. So essentially, adulting is behaving just like an adult, except we call it that when A, we don't want to behave like an adult, and B, when we are proud of behaving like one. I feel really called out. Adulting is a feeling we are all able to relate to. It's the feeling we got when we filed our taxes for the first time, or maybe when we got our credit card for the first time under our names. Maybe it's boring, but I have started having fun with all this adulting stuff. I mean, who would have thought that I would find fun in the most mundane things of life? But it all came to an end a few days ago when a little cousin of mine was visiting. He saw the large chiku tree that we have in our yard and told me that he wanted to climb it. And then the memories of my childhood came flooding back. Man, that was always the first thought that I used to get when I saw big trees. Why did the wonder and excitement move from climbing trees towards getting a great deal for rent for my flat? What would my 8-year-old self think? There's this video called This Is Not a Cactus on YouTube where they tell a story of a little 3-year-old boy in Japan who used to wipe down the classroom floor every day with his friends. You see, Japan is big on citizens being responsible for cleanliness of the environment. So one day, this kid, instead of wiping the floor down with a rag, he comes down and licks the floor from beginning till the end. The teacher who caught him in the act asked him, "Why would you do something like that?" The kid looks up at the teacher innocently and says, "Because I didn't know what it would taste like." As a kid, we have a burning curiosity about everything. How, when, why, what. Seriously, everything. You think it would just never end. But it does. At one point in life, you stop wondering about the little things around you. When did we start accepting that the flowers would bloom in spring or the rooster will call in the morning? When did we stop questioning and relying on assumptions alone? When we do that, we stop growing, even when we are not aware of it. Now, I'm definitely not telling you to start licking floors all of a sudden, but I do ask you to think about what would have happened if Newton never wondered about why apples fall down instead of going up when one hand hit him on the head. Who knows? Maybe school floors actually do taste good, but we would never know because we don't have the same curiosity as that little kid had. So, what is stopping you from doing the thing that you are curious about? The thing that brings you joy? When I was a kid, I was a huge fan of the Harry Potter series. I used to read and reread them at every chance I could get. I even got a flashlight to read them under my bed sheets in the wee hours after my family had gone to sleep. But as I'm growing up, my interests seem to be more like a distraction rather than activities that used to give me fulfillment. I still stay up in the late hours, in the dead hours of the night, but now it's because of Netflix and not because of any magical worlds that I'd like to be a part of. So, are you the same as me? If you are, let's do one thing then. Instead of following meaningless distractions this coming weekend, ask yourself, what would you enjoy doing so much that you would even wake up at 5 a.m. on a Saturday to do? It could be painting or reading or gardening even. If you find it, then just do it. Who would have thought that Nike tagline had such a deeper meaning? I'd like to conclude my speech by these following paragraphs. Life unfolds in chapters and phrases. Sure, your interests would always keep changing as you grow up, but there would always be something that excites you still, that excited the 6-year-old you as well. And that is something that you should keep whenever you move from one chapter to the other. I'll certainly do that because I'd rather have a childish joy than adulthood distractions. I think I'll just be a kid at heart, no matter what my chronological age says, or no matter how many kids call me an auntie. That's how I'll do adulting right. Thank you, and over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Tejaswini. That was a very good one. And I must say, I agree with you. I have not turned above 29 for the past 5-6 years, I guess. So that's that. Now, to our third speech for the day by Toastmaster Tushar. He is also giving his level 1 project 2 speech. And as the objectives are same as the previous one, I would request the timer to start sharing the screen. And Toastmaster Tushar, decrypting the crypto. Toastmaster Tushar, decrypting the crypto.
Hi, good evening, everyone. Am I audible and visible?
Yes, you are.
Hi. Dogecoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin. Did these words ring any bells when I pronounce them? I'm sure you must have all come across these words in the past few days as these modern, unsophisticated financial instruments have caught the eye of the general public, either by word of mouth or by social media. Many have built their fortunes around them, and many have lost their life savings. But still, these modern instruments continue to allure us. I know many of us have left no stone unturned, either contemplating over the decision to invest in cryptocurrencies or fretting over the methodology behind these instruments. But more often than not, we end up making decisions in this regard without any judgment. Today, I'll be walking you through the nuances of cryptocurrencies, or to say, we'll try to decrypt the crypto. But before jumping onto the bandwagon of cryptocurrency, let us first try to understand the technology on which cryptocurrencies are based, that is blockchain. Now, blockchain might seem too complicated to understand, but to simply put, it is just a database. Think of blockchain as a book which is used to keep record of all the transactions happening around cryptocurrencies. Now, most of the databases are structured in the form of tables and is not publicly available. But these blockchains are structured in the form of blocks. Now, what are blocks? Think of your hands as blocks and your transactions as fingers. Now, each block or hand can consist of either one or thousands of transactions or fingers and are placed over the top of one another, which is called chainage. And as the name suggests, these blocks are chained together. Now, each block has been allotted a timestamp, which is used to align these blocks in this chain. Now, this chainage process might seem too easy to understand, but it is completed by solving gazillions of complex mathematical equations. An interesting fact about these blocks is that if they were to be present in physical format, their height would be equivalent to 608 Eiffel Towers placed over the top of one another. Isn't that fascinating? But that's what blockchain is in essence. But before proceeding further, I have a question for all of you. Recently, a hashtag was trending, which indirectly targeted a famous entrepreneur who is always in news for his ventures and is currently acting as the CEO of the world's highest valued automobile company. Also, a cryptocurrency has been named after this hashtag. Can anyone name the hashtag? I'll take that as a no. The answer is Stop Elon, named after the Elon Musk's Bitcoin fiasco. You all will be surprised to know the market worth of Stop Elon. It rose to a whooping valuation of 25 million within a week of launch. That's the legacy that cryptocurrency is entailing. Isn't that fascinating? But what are cryptocurrencies? Cryptocurrencies are virtual currencies secured using cryptography. Think of cryptocurrencies as a physical cash, but each have their unique hash key. Now, these hash key are used to mint new cryptocurrencies. More on that part later. But world's first cryptocurrency was published in 2008, that is Bitcoin. It was published by an individual or group of individuals, which is still anonymous, called Satoshi Nakamoto. But right now, more than 1,000 cryptocurrencies are prevailing all over the world. But do you know that cryptocurrencies initially was developed for military applications, but was made publicly available on the grounds of freedom of speech in the US? Now, cryptocurrencies has their own advantages and disadvantages. First advantage is that they are highly transparent and avoids the elimination of government. Second, they have a minimal operating fee when you have to carry transactions around the world across any financial instrument. But all that glitters is not gold. Cryptocurrencies have their own share of criticism as well. First of all, they are highly criticized for their involvement in illegal activities and also for of their highly volatile nature. Recently, many have lost their wealth and their lifelong savings after the Elon Musk's famous tweet. But these days, another cryptocurrency which goes by the name of NFT, that is non-fungible token, is hitting the headlines. Now, think of non-fungible token as another form of cash, but which cannot be traded in exchange of cash. Now, you will be wondering what is NFT? NFT is basically can be used to sell artworks, even tweets, or even your brain given that transmuted through AI. But it NFT plays any value to any non-tangible instrument. Let's say your brain's information or brain's info can be traded for any physical property via these NFTs. So this is the extent to which NFTs has grown. And the world went berserk when the first ever tweet was valued at a 2.5 million and was sold by Jack Dorsey, the founder of Twitter. Now, nonetheless, cryptocurrencies have their wide applications and range across the spectrum, but the risks associated with it cannot be avoided altogether. As we head into the future, the phenomena of decrypting the crypto will be necessary for making rational decisions. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Tushar. That was a very informative one. So, out of curiosity, how many bitcoins do you have?
I don't have none. I mean,
Yeah, thank you. So, with that, we come to the end of all our speakers. Let me call upon our timer, Toastmaster Sandeep, for the report.
Thank you, Toastmaster Parvati. Timer start for prepared speeches are first Toastmaster Sai Kumar take 7 minutes 24 seconds and it is eligible for voting. Second speaker is Toastmaster Tejaswini. Toastmaster Tejaswini took take 7 minutes 17 seconds and she also eligible for the voting. And third speaker is a Toastmaster Tushar. Toastmaster Tushar take 6 minutes 14 seconds. He is also eligible for voting. Thank you. Over to
Thank
you,
Toastmaster Sandeep. So can we have the polls for the best speaker, please?
Toastmaster Sandeep, you can stop sharing the screen.
Have we got all the votes?
Number 4 people are left.
Okay.
Done, ma'am. Polling
So
is
can
done.
we move ahead? It's done?
Yes, ma'am, it's done.
Yeah, thank you. So before we move on to the table topics, I want all of you to meet my dad. He's a renowned scientist in his field of solar cells. He has n number of publications and has guided numerous PhD students and has even filed a patent. But he is what I call an absent-minded professor. He remembers the work of each and every student, the readings of the experiment, to maybe even to the decimal points of decimal point 2. But he cannot, and I repeat, he just cannot remember the names and the places. So this incident happened a few years back. one of their PhD students, that is my parents, both of them are guides. So one of their PhD students was getting married to another PhD student from another department, but they have met this person a lot of times. So my mom, who is well versed with my dad's forgetfulness, left no stones unturned to make sure he understood who the groom was. So the day before the wedding and that morning before leaving, mom was telling my dad his name and how he looks. And my dad was, yeah, I got it. I know that guy with the specs, right? Yeah, I got it. So off they went for the wedding, which was in a church. Now they reached quite early, even before the bride or the groom or their families reached, which is again rare when I think about it. Anyway, soon enough, the bride and family came, so did the groom and the family. And then suddenly, all of a sudden, a young man came to my dad's side and started talking. But my dad had no clue who this guy was, except that he had met him somewhere. So he assumed he is also a PhD student. He continued talking while looking for my mother to rescue him. So after the pleasantries were exchanged, my dad asked him, so how come you're here? That took this early? Are you friends with the groom? Now the young chap was all confused and worried, and he slowly replied, sir, I am the groom. My dad was stuck, not knowing what to say. By then, my mom had reached and she was like, I told you he's the groom, and you said you understood. My dad says, yeah, but I thought that's the other guy with the specs. Later on, after the marriage, when the couple came to meet him, he told the bride the story and apologized. To which the bride replied, it's okay, sir. All of us know how you are. So I had already warned him that this could happen. Now, let's move on to our table topics. Our table topics master, Toastmaster Manas, is all set and ready. Table topics master Manas, please take over.
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster of the day, Parvati. So good morning, fellow Toastmasters and guests. I am Manas Nayak. I am table topic master for the day. This is a total impromptu speech session of Toastmasters meeting. It is an interactive session which will give a chance to Toastmasters and guests to sharpen their listening, thinking, organizing, and speech delivery skills. So timer of the day, kindly note that for table topic, the time allotted is 1 to 2 minutes. Green screen to be showed at 1 minute, yellow screen at 1.5 minutes, red at 2 minutes. A grace period of 30 seconds is given to qualify for the vote. Speaker has to speak for a minimum of 1 minute to qualify for the voting. All speakers are requested to use the word of the day and phrase of the day. I encourage all members and guests to volunteer for this session. So now let us begin with these sessions. So to make this table session more exciting, what I did that I pulled out, some books for you. There were a lot of books. My father gave me this legacy of good habits to read the books. So what I did here, that I give that incremental sequence number 1 to 9 to this. You have to choose one number from 1 to 9. I will pick that book, and that book title is topic for you. And I am sure that you would not be left no stone unturned to jump into this. So let's start. And I am requesting to Jumaster also to help me, that who is raising their hands. So would anyone be fast?
Harsh is raising his hand.
Yeah, Harsh. So Harsh, tell me one number between 1 to 9.
Okay, any number, Manas?
Yeah, any number between 1 to 9.
Okay, so I would like to go with 3.
3. Okay. 3 is Harsh, dare to dream and work to win. Dare to dream and work to win.
Okay.
Toastmaster Harsh.
Yeah, so basically what happens in the case of millennial is like some of the people do have a dream in their mind. They do know, okay, I want to do this in the future after a few years down the line. But what happens is you, unless and until you don't work out the plan, you won't able to reach at the certain point. Let's take an example. Like there are a lot of students working for a different exams, different they people are working for startups and all, but you have at least some quantifiable measures in your mind. Okay, so this is uh, the level that I want to reach, this is the certain criteria that I want to achieve. If you have just a dream in your mind, and if you are just thinking, okay, I want to make a build, I want to build a company, that is not how it works. You have to be quantifiable in your nature, like how much big company you want to build, in which sector you want to grow, in which particular business that you want to operate in. Because until and unless, I mean, if you don't if you don't sharpen your focus, then it won't work, I guess. Because a lot of people, a lot of startups nowadays are actually having in mind that, okay, they want to grow in the business and they want to achieve this 5 years down the line, but they don't want to understand, like, okay, 10 years down the line, 15 years down the line, which product I will be working in, which particular segment, customer segment that I am going to serve. So what happens is, we have a dream, we have everything, but we don't have a plan, we don't have a blueprint. So without blueprint, I think it's very much difficult to achieve anything in life. There are a lot of examples, there are a lot of people who followed this path, there are a lot of people who followed their legacy. Like you have, let's take a example of the Tata Group. Like they are in the market since more than 100 years, but still they are very much clear with that, what they want to achieve, where they want to serve. So that kind of thing helps as an organization as well as individual to achieve dreams, at the same time to achieve something in a stipulated time. Because we have so many things, but we have a time limited, so it's better we focus and have a blueprint ready for us. Thank you. Over to you, Manas.
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster Hertz. Wonderful said that this book, this book says that it is about that understanding, that sense of success. So if there is no dream, so there would not be any work and there would not be any success. So thank you, well done. So any next member, guest Kalpesh, I would go for that guest Kalpesh. Kalpesh, can you turn on your video, please?
Yeah, it's already on. Thank you, Toastmasters, Manas.
Yeah, Kalpesh, you can choose one number in between 1 to 9, except number 3.
I'll take 2.
Okay, 2. Great. This book is, my favorite book, Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill.
Yeah.
Yes. So, yeah, you can go ahead.
That's a very nice book. I read this book, Things and Are Rich. That would be, I think that is the mindset of people. We have to think on a positive way. So because, we have a lot of struggles, we have a lot of problems in our life, but it depends how much you are ensure, how much you dedicate to your work. I give one of the example. I think most of people are remember about this. There is a 2 brothers. They are belongs to Baroda, and like people are seeing Hardik Pandya. You can see those people, just see the before 5 years how they fight with their life, but now they are living their luxurious life. How did it be happen? Because they have a strong dedication, strong commitment, and positivity, lot of things. So whenever you want to get anything, first of all you have to change your mindset. You have a dedication, strong dedication, and work towards the goal. There would be a lot of chance where you get a lot of problem, lot of issues, lot of struggles, lot of obstacle, but without give up, just do it, and one day you will definitely get the success. So that is the thing. So in even nowadays we can see people are dying or people having a lot of panic due to this pandemic, but that would be, people are saying, silver, like every cloud having that silver line. So same thing happen. So if you work towards the goal without any second thought, then of course we achieve whatever you want. I was a Toastmaster in ATM, but due to this some personal commitment, I have left for the 6 months. But I tell you, when I was joined the Toastmaster, I was not able to speak in front of people because I'm having stammering issue. But now you can see, I can speak without any fear. So it is happened because I have worked towards my goals without thinking about the fear. That is advantage of working towards goal without any second thought. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Kalpesh. It's nice talk that without thinking big, we cannot grow and we cannot reach also. So, any volunteer next? So, rush to raise your hands, please. Yes, Aarti. Aarti, you can go for any number 1 to 9 except number 2 and number 3. Aarti, you are mute. Yes.
Number 5.
Number 5. Oh, this is also one nice book. That topic is success makeover. Aarti, topic is success makeover.
Success makeover. Good. Thank you. Whenever we get success, it's a bit difficult topic. I don't know. When we get success, it is very difficult to stay on the top. So we will have to work harder and reach up to the level of the expectations of the people. And you can see the Tata Group, they are trying to reach at that level and then get their goals. When there was a attack on Taj Hotel, all the members, all the staff of the hotel were there. They didn't leave the hotel and helped the other persons to get out of the hotel and save themselves. So it was the Tata Group's legacy, or you can say good culture in their staff, that they were willing to help others and without thinking about their own life. Thank you. Over to you.
Yeah, good efforts, certainly good efforts. Actually, wonderfully you speak. That I read this book 3 times. First I read, I didn't understand. Second time, a little bit. Third time, I got it that we should not forget to keep our feet at ground level. Whatever the success we will got. So entire book is based on that only. So nice efforts, Sarthi.
Thank you.
So yeah, would anyone like to go ahead? Yes, Tushar. Yes, Tushar.
I'll take number 7.
Okay, 7. Yeah, Tushar. This book is Magic Extra Mile. Number 7, Magic Extra Mile, Tushar.
I know most of us present over here must have fascinated about doing magic tricks in their childhood. But as we grew older, we were hit by a hard fact that it's nothing. It's just an illusion which we as a kid keeps ourselves too busy and just to go in our cinematic universes. But these days, what I feel that magic is always each each and every one of us. Why do I say that? Because it's the magic of habits, magic of routine, and magic of curiousness that I think is driving all of us to take that an extra mile. Now, first one is, now think of your dream. You know that you have to put in certain efforts or an extra mile to go there, but that cannot be done without any magic. But magic is something which we create and which we have in ourselves. That is a self belief, is what I feel that magic is. Thank you.
Yeah, good efforts, Tushar. Yeah, it's a nice speech. You know that we should not give up. Whatever the hurdles would be there, we should not give up. At the end, the extra miles, whatever we run, that at the end, magic is there. That our desireness. So good efforts. So last one, just to raise your hands. We'll take last one. Speaker Tejaswini. Yes, Tejaswini. Any numbers between 1 to 9, except that 4, 7, sorry, 5, 7, 3, 2.
9.
Yeah, 9. Yes, that is 21 loss of speaking. Tejaswini, loss of speaking. Yes, Tejaswini.
Thank you so much for the topic, Toastmaster Manas. I think everyone here who came to Toastmasters either had a fear of public speaking once, or they just wanted to get better at their communication skills. We each had a goal, and right now we are just discovering the phases, the processes that we could inculcate into our ways of speaking so that we could become better speakers. After all, we each have a dream. It could be anything related to speaking, but that dream doesn't get fulfilled without blood, sweat, and tears. I think everyone has heard that story about that ant and grasshopper. There's this ant who keeps working hard all throughout the summer, and she meets a grasshopper who keeps lazing around. When the winter comes, the ant has an amazing winter. She has enough firewood, she has enough food, but that grasshopper keeps struggling. I think we each can get a lesson from that story, that if we want to become better speakers in the future, then definitely we need to work hard, we need to put in the effort. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Manas. Over to you.
Yeah, thank you, Tejaswini. That's you know that there is a law that if I am speaking right now, I try to inspire you people to take the action. So, what are the one law is there that I have to try to other people, to the listener, to I have to inspire the listener to take the action by hearing my speech. So, thank you all. Here, you know that it's already 17:06, so I would like to stop the table topic session here. Thank you so much, all speakers. So I would like to invite timer to give the time report for this table topic session.
Thank you, Toastmaster Manas, for wonderful conducting wonderful table topic session. So first speaker is the Toastmaster Harsh, and the time is 2 minutes 18 seconds, and he's qualified for the voting. Second guest Kalpesh, time for his speech is 1 minute 59 seconds, and he's qualified. Third speech Toastmaster Aarti, and the time is 1 minute 27 seconds, and Aarti also qualified for the voting. Next is a Toastmaster Tushar. So time for his speech is 1 minute 17 seconds, and he also qualify for voting. And last speaker is Toastmaster Tejaswini, and time is 1 minute 24 seconds. She is also qualified for the voting. Thank you, and over to you, Toastmaster Manas.
Yeah, thank you, timer. So now I requesting to Zoom Master to launch the poll for table topic session. Okay. So thank you, Jim Master. Here I like to hand over this session to our Toastmaster of the day, Parvati.
Thank you, Toastmaster Manas. It was a very interesting table topic session that we had today. Now, since we have to move on to the next session, that is general evaluation, which is the most important session of all. So, without much ado, let me call upon Toastmaster Srinivas to take over the session.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Parvati. So I hope I am audible and visible.
Yes, you are.
Yeah, as Parvati is mentioning, general evaluation is one of the most important section in the Toastmasters, as we take the feedback and we continuously work on the feedback to improve ourselves. So I will not do it alone. I have the team, the tag team with me, and the set of evaluator to evaluate the speeches and all. So I'd like to call upon the evaluators first to begin with the evaluation section. I'd like to call Toastmaster Sachin to evaluate the first speaker, Toastmaster Sai Kumar.
Thank you so much, General Evaluator Srinivas. Toastmaster Sai Kumar, first of all, I like to congratulate you on completing your level 1 project to speech 1 on the feedback. So you have given a speech perfectly. I must say that the flow was proper, the structure was good, and you have started the speech with the proper phrase that be the change you want to see in the world, and to see that change, education is the most important thing. I must say that I have a personal connect with this speech which we have given, because for me education is the most important thing to change the world. So now moving on, I would like to divide this my evaluation session into two things: recommendation and commendation. So first of all, I would like to go for the commendations, that the best thing which you have done in this speech. I must say it's not looking like you are giving your second speech. So you are calm during your speech, and you have a constant smile. You have a personal connect with the speech. Nothing, I must say, nothing is the best in the speech if you are giving a speech in which you have your own personal story, right? So you have a personal connect, and I must say you have left no stones unturned while delivering the speech. And since you also take the education as the most important thing, you are making a legacy behind you for your upcoming generation to make a world a better place. So you have given the speech in a standing position. That's perfect. And you have used some phrases like one teacher, one pen, one book can change the world. I totally agree with you. And so these you have a perfect eye contact. You're constantly looking into the camera. I must say that it's very difficult in the online session to constantly looking at the camera and then giving a speech. So that's you have constant eye contact. So that's good. And from start to end, there was your perfect hand gesture. For every sentence you are doing some hand gesture which is making the audience more connect to you. Okay. And I must say your comfort level was very good. It's like that you are in the offline session and you are in the standing position and you're delivering the speech. You're totally calm and totally comfort during delivering the speech. And there are a few recommendations which I would give. So first thing is that while delivering the speech, you are taking a constant time to say a sentence, and then taking a constant time to for pause, right? So you can do like you can use a long sentence. Sometimes you can do a short sentence, and mixing those long and short sentence will make a better flow of the speech. So that's the first recommendation which I'll give to you. And second is that you can put your camera at at much higher height, so it will make proper inclination, so it will be better. So these are the two basically recommendation. Yes. And that's it. I must say it's very good speech. Over to you, General Evaluator. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sachin. So now would like to welcome Toastmaster Ankit, the second evaluator, to evaluate the speaker speech to Toastmaster Tejaswini. Over to you, Toastmaster Ankit.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Toastmasters and guests, it does not dwell. It does not do well to dwell on dreams and forget to live. Do you know who said this? I'm pretty sure Tejaswini will know. This was said by Albus Dumbledore from the Harry Potter series. Adulting. Wow. What a wonderful speech. I was totally glued to the speech because of 3 reasons. 1, I am also a Potterhead, that is a Harry Potter fan. 2, I'm also going through adulting. And 3, I've had similar life experiences that she has been having. So a wonderful speech overall. What are the good things that I loved about the speech? 3. The first one is the structure of the speech. Toastmaster Tejaswini, you are a wonderful writer. That I could totally understand from the speech that you give. Your speech had a very good structure in which you started with the story, your own story. Then you gave the definition of adulting. Then you again moved to a story. Then you asked questions to the audience members. And at the end, you had a wonderful conclusion that was a takeaway that I can take away at the end from your speech. So wonderful speech overall in terms of structure. The second part that I loved about your speech was the personal examples and incidents. Personal examples connect with the audience, and that is what played well in your speech. You had 2 personal examples. One was about the gully boys that you had. The second was about your cousin. And also you had about the Harry Potter, which was your own life experience, but I could relate to it. So personal examples played pretty well for your speech. So congratulations to Toastmaster Tejaswini on doing that. The third part that I loved about your speech was the humor. You left no stone unturned in making me laugh. You talked about the incident of the auntie. Then you talked about the "Just Do It" Nike tagline, and as in how it can be used over here. So I was laughing and I was in splits laughing by those points. And that was the humor that came in. And humor also connects very well with the audience, and you did that pretty well. So an overall speech which had all the elements that are required for good speech. Now, Toastmaster Tejaswini, feedback is the menu that feeds our imagination. So let me tell you what are the points that can feed your imagination. First is the transition. Although you had a good structure, I felt the transitioning of your speech could have been done better. I'll tell you how. You talked about, in between your speech, there was a point wherein you were talking about questioning. Is questioning a good aspect in our life or not? I felt that was a point which could have been told at the end. You brought it at the middle of the speech. So that is where I felt the transition could have been done better. Second was with respect to the periods. You, in both the examples that you used, you said few days back. In both of them, you said few days back. So one has to be before, one has to be after, so that the audience can understand when which took place. And the third aspect was about the voice modulation and body language. You said you used auntie, you used the dialogues that you had between the teacher and the student. I believe when you say that auntie, you could have said this way: "Hey, auntie." Some of the other way in which you can use a voice modulation that could have also enhanced your speech. And in terms of the interaction between the student and the teacher, you could have told the teacher's interaction this way and the student's interaction this way, so that the audience can also understand that you are doing it as an interaction. Overall, a wonderful speech which had a structure, personal examples, humor. Just working on the transitioning periods and voice modulation is where I feel you can do better. It was a pleasure listening to your speech, and I am honored to give your feedback. All the best for your further speeches. Thank you, and over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ankit. That was wonderful. And let's welcome our third evaluator, Toastmaster Madhuvani, to evaluate Toastmaster Tushar's speech.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Yes, you are.
Yeah. Decrypting the crypto. When I heard this title, I thought, how relevant is it to me? I'm not very active in this field. But I told to myself that I will learn something new today. So as the title suggested, you decoded the secret code and gave us the information on Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. I like that. When you started, I could see that sparkle in your eyes when you said, many built fortunes. And I could see that pain when you said, many lost life savings. In your entire speech, there was clarity. When you gave the data, like the height of the blocks, like you compared it, it is as high as 608 Eiffel Towers kept one over the other. The other interesting part of your speech is you asking a question to the audience, you connecting with the audience. Yes, so that was interesting. And I was wanting you to wait for their answer. I could understand in this virtual field, it is difficult to get the reactions that fast, but you could have given a pause for them to react in the chat, or because the questions and answers really connect with our audience, especially in our virtual field. You were interactive, I felt. I felt the topic was apt. As I could see that some of the audiences saying in the chat that the information, what you gave or your speech was very informative. And I also understood that investment in this field involves some risk. As someone said, when you take risks, you will learn. And these are the times when you fail, and there are times when you also succeed. And both are equally important. With this, I would want to suggest one improvement. As our in our Toastmasters, we say that feedback is the breakfast of champions. So I would also say that. Your speech, Decrypting the Crypto, was a very informative speech and easily available on internet. You could have made it interesting by adding some spice, like either you or any other person who is interested in this, how his experience was. What was his experience investing in this? What is his story or your story? By this, you could have built some credibility in the speech, and we could have had the takeaway. So that takeaway was missing in the speech. The speech was very informative, but that personal story which you could relate with yourself, some story of yours or your friend, some life experience of someone who has gone through all this and how he has benefited or lost, could have given more credibility to the speech. So overall, I would say it is a great informative speech for somebody who is new to this field like me. But yes, some personal story attached to this could have made it more interesting. And kudos to you. All the best to your future speeches. And thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Madhuvani. Now I would like to call the timer to give you the timer report.
Thank you, General Evaluator. So wonderful evaluation for all speeches. So first, evaluator Toastmaster Sachin, and the total time is 3 minutes 30 seconds, and it is qualified for the voting. Second, evaluator is Toastmaster Ankit, and total timing is 3 minutes 30 seconds, and he is qualified. And last, Toastmaster Madhuvani, and total time is 3 minutes, and she is also qualified for the polling. Thank you, and over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster. So now I'd like to call the Zoom master to ask for the polling for the best evaluator. Launch the poll for the best evaluator. You can vote for this among these three: Toastmaster Sachin, Toastmaster Ankit, and Toastmaster Madhuvani. So I assume
Polling
this
is done. Yes, polling is done.
Yeah, thank you so much. And yeah, now this is the time for the tag team report. So I'd like to welcome Toastmaster Ami for to give away the grammarian report for today's meeting.
Yes. Okay. So it was a wonderful session. Just a minute. Yes. Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible and visible.
So let me tell you everyone that it was a fantastic session. and I was continuously listening to each and every speech, and through each and every speech I was able to learn many words as well as phrases. So I would just like to highlight the best words which I feel was used throughout this event, and the words are like dreaded, solace, allure, prevailing, incremental, blueprint, dwell, and credibility. So I'm sure if all of us make use of such words, then this will add richness to our language. And the phrases which drew my attention were over the moon, hold enough, ring any bells, word of mouth, big on, lie on assumptions, played well, were the wonderful usage of phrases which were made in today's event. And the improper usage I found where how they fight with life. Instead, it should be how they fought with life. Then Toastmaster XYZ take so much minutes, but it should be like Toastmaster so and so took so many seconds or so many minutes for this speech. So that's all from my side. It was an insightful session today. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ami. Now I'd like to call to the counter for today's Toastmaster Nikita to give away her report. Toastmaster
Thank you,
Nikita.
Toastmaster. Am I audible and visible?
You are audible and visible. Yeah, okay.
So Toastmaster of the Day Parvati used the word so twice, 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 and this means once. The repetitions were can be, which was used twice, and decimal point, which was said twice. The timer of the day, Toastmaster Sandeep, used the word more than 5 times, 3 times, 2 times, and the word should was repeated twice, and the word took was also repeated twice. The grammarian Toastmaster Amay used the word 3 times and 2 times. The first speaker, Toastmaster Sai Kumar, used the phrase the parents twice, and he took one short pause. The evaluator for the first speaker, Toastmaster Sachin, used the word so once, okay twice, more than 5 times, and thrice. The second speaker, Toastmaster Tejaswini, used 2 pauses in her speech. During the table topic, she used the word and once and once. The second evaluator, Toastmaster Ankit, used the words so once and twice. The third speaker, Toastmaster Tushar, did not use any crutch words or fillers. The third evaluator, Toastmaster Madhuvani, used the word and once and once. The table topic master, Toastmaster Manas, used the word so thrice, 5 times, 2 times, once, and 2 times. The first table topic speaker, Toastmaster Harsh, used the word so once, thrice, once. Table topic speaker, guest Kalpesh, used the word so once, more than 5 times, once, and twice. Table topic speaker, Toastmaster Aarti, used the word and once, so twice, thrice, more than 5 times, and took one long pause. Table topic speaker, Toastmaster Tushar, used the word but twice, once. General evaluator Srinivas used the word thrice and once. That's my report. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Nikita. That was very calm and crisp and clear. So now I'd like to call upon the timer to give away any specific report towards the meeting. Toastmaster Sandeep. Toastmaster Sandeep.
Yes.
Yeah. Do you have any specific things to say?
No, that's
okay. So now it's time to give away my report in general of the meeting and my tag team and the evaluator. So I'll start with the role players first, then I will come in general meeting. So starting with Toastmaster Dheeraj, the Sa of the meeting, the Sergeant at Arms. So you are on time. I mean, you started the meeting perfectly on time, and everything, all the rules were laid down perfectly, especially for the online meeting, which are all required. So that is wonderful, and I really appreciate that part. And you mentioned the mission of the club. That is one very good part. You following the legacy and all. So one improvement that I can say that when you are saying, when you are reading the mission of the club, or when you are saying the rules, it is very good if you see the audience and understand the things. Otherwise, it will be like reading the same thing. So I recommend you should prepare those things, because those are very regular things and all. And looking at the audience is very important, because you are the starter of the meeting, so it will be very engaging if you see the audience, and it will be a warm welcome to the audience. Coming to the PO, Toastmaster Ankit, so that's a very great energy that you carried out, and you talked about the leadership, and you explained the entire structure of the Toastmaster leadership. That is very wonderful. I found little improvements, probably take it in a positive way, because you know that the PO role is the content that you have mentioned. I felt, for me, I felt like that is a little long. Maybe you can cut down the content, and maybe the purpose of what the content should be fitted in. So I am sure that you fitted in to encourage the members to take up the leadership roles and all. So I am sure that is well laid down, but maybe you can cut down the timing, because it should be very crisp and all. Introduction, maybe you can introduce the TMOD in a another way also. I mean, that's, you should focus on giving some more introduction to the TMOD. That would really help or encourage her to carry forward. So that is those are the two small recommendations that I have. And the hero of the meeting, that Toastmaster Parvati, I will come to you at the end. I will come to the evaluators first. All the speakers are very good, but I will comment on the generic way. Coming to evaluator Toastmaster Sachin, that your content analysis was very good, and the recommendations and the recommendations you laid down is very great. I have few recommendations. When you are saying most of the parts, you are commenting, you are addressing like you to the speaker. So I prefer you mentioned that I felt, so that it will more relevant to the speaker, that he's not pointing out to me. He's thinking in that way. So I felt this is how it reached. The perseverance is very important. So that is one small recommendation. And maybe the purpose of the speech is met or not. I think this is for every evaluator. So matching that purpose to the delivery of the speech, that will help the user whether he reached the purpose or not. In Pathways, we have a tradition of throwing a challenge. Maybe that challenge you can mention. Coming to Toastmaster Ankit, or the speaker Toastmaster Tejaswani, you have a great start at the evaluation. You actually engaged the speaker, I feel. So when you are saying the relativity towards the speaker, so they are intent to listen to you. So that is one good part, and your recommendations and commendations were wonderful, and you are well into the speech content and context and structure of the speech. That is very well done. Only one recommendation is like, maybe the recommendations part came very late, so probably it's a bit of hurry that you have to wrap up and all, so probably concentrate on that part. Coming to evaluator 3, Toastmaster Madhuvani, it is very clean and crisp report. I would like to say that you dwelled into the content and structure already, and recommendations were very well laid out, especially about the credibility part. So that is very important in a speech. And coming to the recommendations part, maybe you have much time, so you can add more commendations and more recommendations also. That is what I felt, because you have very finished it in very less time. So that is what I felt. Coming to table topics master, Toastmaster Manas, I would like to ask everyone to unmute yourself and give a big round of applause to this person, Toastmaster Manas. What a creative way that you brought down your topics, the books with the books. That is really amazing for me. That is very, very creative, and you are very much encouraging towards the speakers. When Toastmaster the table topic speaker 3 struggled and never gave up and came back, then you covered that with the encouragement speech and all. So that is very well done. And all the table topic speaker, Harsh, Kalpesh, Arti, Tushar, Tejaswani, you have done fantastic job on the topics. So the topics are very encouraging. The speeches are very encouraging on the topics and all. So coming to the My team, the timer of the day, Toastmaster Sandeep, you have done fantastic job. You have very good patience showing all the cards and all. One recommendation is maybe there are some glitches on the timing, so changing the cards and all. So probably that you can take care. Another recommendation is maybe for the speeches, you can start the timer cards at 4 because this meeting is recorded. So it will help the speakers to be get into that recording. So you can maybe that is a small recommendation whether you can take it. Our counter Nikita, fantastic report, and you are very calm and clean. You laid down your responsibilities and role responsibilities very well, and you noted down words, so many words from the users, from the speakers. One small recommendation is maybe every speaker will have a particular word repeating more. So that will, if you identify and tell them, that will help the user, the speaker to correct him. For example, for myself, it is I use more times so that can be my weakness. So if you can find out, so I found out when one of the R counter told me, so this is your most using word. So that will help the speaker to improve on themselves. Grammarian Toastmaster Ami, you are fantastic words choosing and idiom choosing. So I feel most of the people, most of the speakers used these legacy words and no stance unturned. They can easily fit into their speeches. So kudos to you on that part. Maybe in the introduction you could mention the what is the importance of the grammar and why we need it in the speeches, and also that introduction can be made it little better, and a lot of phrases. The best part that you have noted all the phrases also along with the words. That is very well done. And improvements wise, maybe when you are mentioning the good usages, you can mention the names so that it will encourage them. And you have done a fantastic job on not mentioning the names. Triple X said this wrong usage. It is not wrong. Improvement that you said. So that is very well done. That's all from my side about for the role players. Coming to the TM body, so you are very passionate towards the Toastmaster. That is what I felt. And when you are taking up the stage and bringing the topic, so I really felt very happy. So you are going to do something that is reach it to me. So your passion and enthusiasm was very well done, and your transactions and driving the entire Toastmaster meeting, the transactions were very good. So kudos to you on that part. Small improvements. There are a couple of improvements when you are calling the speakers onto the stage. Maybe check with them that whether they are able to see the timer screens or not. Their audio and video is visible or not. So that is one small thing. And as per qualifying, probably this is a in generic, I'll say. Maybe I found out that this is the practice that you are following. After every section, you are bringing the timers and mentioning the timing. But in general, I will say that one. Okay. Another thing is maybe the third evaluator introduction is missing. Probably you can take care of those small points. But apart from this, kudos to you on the wonderful job done for the TMOD section. So I have few generic comments, like the legacy of the Toastmaster from the whatever I am following from my past 5 years, 6 years journey. But I found this meeting a little deviated, but a good practices also. Those are like improvements or evaluations. But my point is to bring those things, whether they can help you in terms of improving your meetings and all. The best part, one thing is the preparation is awesome, and the members you joined on time, and your preparation and participation is awesome. I really like your enthusiasm towards the Toastmasters, and interest, quality of the content is fabulous. And yeah, throughout the audience, you have been very good audience, and no glitches. I felt no disturbances, no glitches. That is wonderfully done. Although there are small recommendations or improvements or observations, I can say it is not improvements, because every club has their own legacy to follow, a few guidelines and all. Where we follow as a legacy, like the sergeant at arms opens the meeting with the gavel, but I actually found that PO opening, so that may be your practice, but in general that happens. But general evaluator introduction will be beginning of the meeting before the speeches, so in order to give the audience an introduction what is general evaluation, and what is the team consists of and all. So for the guests, it will be a benefit to the entire meeting. So what happens in the meeting and all. So when you introduce the general evaluator, generally you will call upon the general evaluator to explain his role and his team and all. Then again we'll give back to the evaluator at the end. So that is how generally happens. Timer sheets, one small recommendation, as I'm already mentioned, this meeting is recording. So when you share the screen from the beginning, the speaker visible area will be missed. So if in future, if you want to share the separate the videos and all, so it will be always good if you share the time by the time of green card or something. So that will give a roof to the or indicate the speaker also, like it will pop up at the green time, and it will give the screen space to the recording also. That is one small recommendation. Maybe you can take it, or you can follow whatever is existed now. That is also fine. And all the speakers, I kudos to you. The one part that I come to meetings is about the speeches. All the speakers today has fantastic topics like education, adulting, on this cryptocurrencies, technology. So we have mixed everything. So overall, I enjoyed this meeting thoroughly, and I found it very qualitative and very enthusiastic. And over to you, to TMOD of the day. Sorry for a delay report.
Thank you so much for that fantastic general evaluation, Toastmaster Srinivas. So I think we have all the polls remaining. So can we have the polls for the role players? Do we have it, Zoom Master?
Yes, the polls is launched. Polls are launched.
Is it done, everyone?
Yes, ma'am. Polling for best role player is done.
Okay. For the auxiliary roles?
Yes, ma'am. Auxiliary is also done.
Okay. So with this, we come to the end of the session. I think presiding officer, you want to take up to announce the results?
Yeah, may I ask permission from presiding officer? I just left on one part, that is word of the day and word phrase of the day usage. So, hello.
Okay, so we'll do that after the meeting gets done, if that is fine, because actually we are just running short of time. So let's close the meeting on time, and then we can ask, we can have that. Yeah. Thanks. Thank you. So dear members and guests, that was a wonderful meeting. Before I move ahead, I would ask everyone to please give a round of applause for our general evaluator, Toastmaster Srinivas. Thank you for
Thank you so much.
coming to our session and giving such a wonderful general evaluation. This is a best practice that we follow in our club, and I would like to thank Madhuvani also, that we try and call experienced Toastmasters from other clubs to come and give general evaluation, so that our club also benefits from the best practices. So thank you, Toastmaster Srinivas.
Yeah,
I have
I'll take
noted down
10,
the
10
points that you
seconds.
said.
Sorry, I'll take that 10 seconds to thank Madhuvani for bringing me to this meeting. Actually, she opened this opportunity. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. And thanks to our Vice President in Education, Madhuvani, for doing it. Thank you. And with this, by the time the results are getting prepared, and thanks Toastmaster Parvati for doing my job of asking the polls. That was a good job done. And let me congratulate the first time role players. That is, and every time I congratulate them, you can also give a round of applause. So Toastmaster Dheeraj, first time for taking the Zoom Master role. Congratulations. You did a wonderful job. And you were preparing for it beforehand itself. I knew you were, so good job done in that. Toastmaster Nikita for taking the first time R counter role. Congratulations, Toastmaster Nikita. for doing a wonderful role. Toastmaster Manas for taking the table topic master role for the first time. So Toastmaster Manas, that was a wonderful table topics. I really enjoyed. If I was not an evaluator, I would have participated. So wonderful job, Toastmaster Manas. There are seldom I've been in a lot of table topic sessions, but seldom have I seen such finesse in terms of the table topic. So wonderful, Manas. And first time evaluator, Toastmaster Sachin. Congratulations for doing the evaluation for the first time and taking the step into evaluations. Before I move ahead, I would also, I know this, Manas had 9 topics and one of those topics had his book also in it. So he has written his own book and it had one of the topics had it, but none of the speakers chose it. So they couldn't speak about it. So I would request in the essence of time, Manas, if you can just give us a gist of your book so that everyone can know about it and they can also read it if everyone has time. So Manas, just quickly, you can just give a gist of your book.
Okay, so my book is that the business success principle. Actually, in this business success principle, I just reveal 14 principle, 14 principle to get the success in business. And as per me, business is not, that everyone who is doing the business, whether he is the student, whether he is the mother, whether he is the housewife, everyone, because everyone trying to sell some things. Suppose one child is require one chocolate from his mom, then he tried to sell his caliber to his mom to get that chocolate. So everyone doing their business, and this book is for all, and meant for that who is starting their taking the ownership and start to do something new in his career, professional career. So I will suggest to have this book, and this book is already have in Amazon, Flipkart, Pustak Mandi, and all over. And our publisher is also, that he is also stumbling that how one new writer got a lot of things. So you can go through that review also. That thank God I got a review, best reviews from that industry masters. Thank you, Ankit, for giving me this opportunity to tell on this platform.
Thank you, Manas. And it's also a feeling of pride for us as a member of our club has written his own book. So that's wonderful. And I wish you all the best for the book's success in the future. Thanks. And now, before we move ahead to the results, I would like to take a quick photograph. Can I request everyone to please turn on their cameras so that we can take a quick photograph for as a memory of this meeting? Zoom Master, we can take a snapshot.
Yes, taking.
Okay, great. Thank you, everyone. Now let's move ahead to the most awaited thing, that is the results. So Zoom Master, how do you want to go about with respect to the results? Just let me know, and that is how I will announce it. You can start sharing the screen and then you can let me know how you want to
I will share the screen.
You want to tell the results.
I will share the screen and directly it will be visible.
Yeah. Okay, and the best speaker goes to Toastmaster Tejaswini. Congratulations, Tejaswini. And Dheeraj, you can just put this on full screen, please. F5. Just press F5. Next. Yes. And you can take a screenshot. Congratulations, Tejaswini, for a wonderful speech. Thank you. Next, best table topic speaker is Toastmaster Harsh. Congratulations, Toastmaster Harsh, for being the best table topic speaker. Not this one, the third. Yeah. You can press Shift F5, so you will get that same screen.
Okay, just a minute.
Yep. Congratulations, Harsh, being the first meeting as a member, and you've got the best table topic speaker. So that speaks wonders.
Thank you. Thank you.
Congratulations. Next, coming to the best. What's the next one? Best evaluator. Okay, it's me. So thank you everyone for choosing me as the best evaluator. Can take a quick snapshot. Thank you. Thank you. Next, best role player goes to our general evaluator, Toastmaster Srinivas. Congratulations, Toastmaster Srinivas, for
Thank you so much.
getting the best role player.
Thank you. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you. And please do keep coming to our club. Thank you.
Thank you. This is I mean, after a long time, I attended one Toastmaster meeting. Even I am not attending my club meetings.
So it's a privilege
Yeah.
for us that you are here today. So thank you.
Oh, it's my pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you. And the best auxiliary role player goes to Toastmaster Nikita as our counter. Toastmaster Nikita, congratulations for getting the best auxiliary role player. And congratulations for, as it's your first time as a role player, so congratulations again. Take a quick snapshot. Taken. Great. So with this, I think we are done with all our duties that we had to do with respect to my role. But I would like to say that we had a wonderful session today. We started on time. We are just, I think, a few minutes after time, but I'll quickly wrap it up. Wonderful session. I think everyone did their role pretty well. One point that I think we can do moving ahead as a club is that let's also give feedback to the speakers in the chat if possible. So once the speakers are done with their speeches, we can also give a feedback to the speakers on the chat. So that also motivates the speakers. And there are some points that the speakers can get from it. That is one. And the second thing that maybe we can start following in our club, we used to do it in a physical scenario, is that whenever a speaker uses the word of the day or the phrase of the day, we can show a thumbs up sign in the symbols. Like this, you can show a thumbs up. So that is something that we used to show for appreciating the speaker for using the word of the day or the phrase of the day. So this is another something that we can do. Maybe the grammarian from your next time onwards can also tell this to the speakers. Okay. And with this, as we are running short of time, I will say that the next session is on 13th of June. We will be meeting on 13th of June, so I'll be welcoming all of you. We'll be opening up our slots for the next session. If you have not booked your slot for the next session, you can book it up. Toastmaster Madhuvani will be showing it, opening up the slots on the group. And with this, I complete the 16th session. Thank you everyone for joining in. And we'll now have a networking session. But before the networking session, so if anyone wants to leave, can leave. But I would like Toastmaster Amaya to please give a grammarian PO word of the day and phrase of the report.
Actually,
I'm sorry you couldn't give it at that time because we are running short of time.
Almost everyone used the word of the day and phrase of the day. So I'm pretty much happy that many of them were able to use the words. And it was a wonderful session.
Great. Thank you. Thank you. And now I'll remove my spotlight and we can have a networking session. We are done with the session. Thank you, everyone. I think we have guest Keshav here. So if Keshav, you would like to say something and
can stop the
Keshav,
recording, right?
Yes, we can stop the recording. I'm sorry.
Yeah, hi. Yeah, there's nothing much to say.